Welcome to Bogota! Today we're in Bogota, Colombia, and we are going on a free walking tour, which is one of the first things we like to do in every city we go to. And we're going to learn about this wonderful city.
We're pretty excited. Get some walking in, work our breakfast off, and see some pretty buildings.
First thing is the weather in Bogota. It's super unpredictable, especially around this area because the streets become rivers when it starts raining too much. So please be mindful of that.
What's going on?
So there were people living here around 10,000 years before Christ. So this place has had people for a very long time. The city was founded in 1538. That's the year of the foundation of Bogota. Uno, dos, tres.
CHICHA!
I can't hear you!
CHICHA!
Okay, but what is chicha?
It's a fermented drink made out of corn. It has like 1 to 2% alcohol. We actually have a chance to try it today if you want. If you don't want, I'm gonna make you try it anyway. So we'll do it anyway.
We just learned that this main street is kind of bizarrely shaped because it follows the path of an old river that apparently still exists. It's just underground. They had to cover it up because it got so polluted. But it's still there, and she said when it rains, the river likes to reclaim its path and just fill the streets. Apparently, right over here is a renegade emerald market. Just a bunch of old men sitting around selling emeralds. Emeralds are a huge thing in Colombia. They've been a source of tension and violence, but they've also been a source of wealth and income. So, anyway, interesting little thing about emeralds. Didn't know that.
Uh-oh. Somebody lost their umbrella.
I really want you to try something else, which is called canelazo. Have you heard of canelazo?
What the heck?
So we noticed that there's a lot of graffiti all over Bogota, and she just explained to us that that is kind of a recent phenomenon. It started in the 80s, but in the last 10 years, it's been really just widespread all over the city. Even Justin Bieber came here and tagged the Canadian flag, and it's now become so widely accepted that there's like a graffiti park around here, and it's just really become a part of the city landscape. You just need to get permission in order to do it. It's still like illegal on public buildings, but you need to get permission, and then it's accepted. We are about to try some chicha, which is an alcoholic drink made out of corn, and apparently they used to ferment it by chewing it up and allowing their saliva to be the acidic agent that promotes the fermentation process. They don't do it anymore that way though, she said, especially in the time of pandemic. But we're gonna go try some. Oh wow.
This is how we do it in Colombia. Arriba, so up. Abajo, down. Al centro y para adentro.
Oh, that's quite tasty. Kind of maybe pineapple-y or something. It's got like a citrus kick.
It's only 1 to 2% alcohol, so I'm sipping a little bit. But it tastes just like the rice wine vinegar that you have in Chinese culture. They often put like rice in it or egg or whatever and eat it for breakfast. This is just what it tastes like.
I'm getting a second.
Going for round 2.
Yeah, that's really tasty.
So some interesting history about chicha is that when some beer companies came in and really wanted to promote beer rather than chicha, the beer companies started these campaigns with slogans like "Chicha makes you dumb."
Everyone that's in jail drinks chicha.
So for a while, chicha was illegal, but everyone kept making it in their basements and still really liked it. So we still have it today, and it's no longer illegal.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
It was actually really good.
I think Bogota is one of the most unique cities I've ever seen. It's got the coolest blend of old world meets new world. and it's just so vibrant.
Yeah, it feels like we've gone back in time. This street is just so cool.
So just here on our right is the Botero Museum, who is an artist who likes to paint classical things but mess around with the proportions. So he's got like a fat Mona Lisa, fat banana, just things like that. But the interesting thing about this museum is that when he went to Spain to study art and kind of make it big in Europe, he found out that all of the museums were very expensive. So this one is completely free and open to the public. And the museum is housed in 3 colonial houses where they have preserved the architecture. So you can go inside and there's gardens and courtyards and stuff. So it sounds really cool. We might have to check that out later.
We just tried mangosteen.
Delicious.
You said you had that.
I've had it before. I had it in Vietnam. They called it chum chum. That's nice. A little slimy, but it's sweet and refreshing. Kind of like a grape. It kind of tastes like a grape.
So we just saw the presidential palace, which is where the president lives, and they've actually blocked off the whole street to get there because I guess right now the government that's in power is one of the most unpopular that they've had in a long time, and they're worried about the president's safety, so can't even get close. Colombia has a long and complicated past and is still experiencing turmoil amongst its political parties today. But during our 2 weeks in the country, we found that it has so much more than its painful history to share with the world. Our tour guide and many others of her generation have a deep optimism and passion for the future of Colombia. Positive exposure of Colombian culture through movies like Disney's Encanto is one important part of reshaping the way the world sees this beautiful country.
If you looked for anything in media, like in movies, in series or anything like that, if you looked for Colombia, what was it about? Like drugs, violence, and like we are tired of hearing that Colombia is only about that. Seeing the biodiversity, seeing the food, seeing the joy in people, seeing all of these positive things that Colombia has in one movie is great. And also they are not forgetting about the dark side, like they touch on forced displacement, in a nice way, in a Disney way, because it's a movie for kids. But still, like, there's a lot of things that I really enjoyed about that movie. It's great that now there's positive things being said about Colombia.
During our 2-week trip through Colombia, we were blown away by the colorful towns, lush coffee region, top-notch empanadas, and exceptionally warm hospitality. We loved our time here, and we hope that we can be one tiny part of changing the way you view this adventure destination. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. I just went in there to use the bathroom. There was no toilet paper, no paper towels. I couldn't figure out how to get the sink to work, so no water, and no toilet seat on the toilet.
Oh.
So it was just the bowl. So I kind of held on to something and did a little squatty action. It's an interesting experience. Thankfully, one of the other ladies on our tour brought like wet wipes. She brings them with her everywhere, so she gave me one to use in there. But good authentic bathroom experience. They had hand sanitizer, so
nice.
At least I smell fresh.